What if the thing that's hurting you the most isn't what happened in the past, but the fact that you keep carrying it with you every day? Every conversation, every decision, every dream. Most people think they're suffering because of what happened. The breakup, the betrayal, the failure, the embarrassment, the mistake. But the truth is those moments are already gone. They're over, finished. Yet somehow, they still control your life. Why? Because your body may be living in the present, but your mind is trapped in the past. Think about it. How many opportunities have you missed because of something that happened years ago? How many times have you doubted yourself because of an old failure? How many nights have you spent replaying a moment you can no longer change? The past has no power on its own. The only power it has is the power you keep giving it. And that's exactly what most people never realize. They spend years trying to move forward while dragging the weight of yesterday behind them. They want a better future, but they refuse to let go of the past. And that's like trying to run while carrying chains around your ankles. So let me ask you something. If you could go back and change the past, would you? Most people immediately say yes. But what if I told you that your biggest growth, your greatest wisdom, and your strongest lessons came from the very experiences you're trying to forget? Stay with me, because in this video, you'll discover why the past keeps controlling so many people, why letting go is so difficult, and most importantly, how to finally free yourself from the memories, mistakes, and regrets that have been holding you back. And trust me, the final lesson may completely change the way you look at your past forever. If you're ready to stop being controlled by yesterday and start living fully today, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's begin. The first reason most people can't let go of the past is because they keep asking the wrong question. They ask, why did this happen to me? Over and over again. They replay the same memories, the same conversations, the same mistakes, hoping they'll somehow find a different answer, but they never do. And while they're busy looking backward, life keeps moving forward. Here's the truth. You cannot change what happened. You cannot rewrite the conversation. You cannot undo the mistake. You cannot relive the moment. The past doesn't care how much you think about it. It won't change. And the more you fight that reality, the more you suffer. The Stoics understood something most people never learn. Suffering doesn't come from the event itself. It comes from our attachment to the event. Two people can go through the exact same failure. One becomes stronger because of it. The other becomes trapped by it for years. The difference isn't what happened. The difference is the meaning they give to it. Think about that for a second. What if the story you've been telling yourself is the real problem? What if that failure wasn't proof that you're not good enough? What if that rejection wasn't proof that you're unlovable? What if that mistake wasn't proof that you're a failure? What if it was simply a lesson? Because the moment you change the meaning of the experience loses its power over you. And that's where freedom begins. Not when the memory disappears, not when you forget what happened, but when you stop allowing it to define who you are. Most people spend years trying to erase the past, but that's impossible. The goal isn't to erase it. The goal is to outgrow it. Think about who you were 5 years ago. You're not the same person. You've learned, you've suffered, you've grown. Yet many people still judge themselves based on an old version of themselves that no longer exists. Imagine carrying around a photo of yourself as a child and using it to decide what you're capable of today. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet that's exactly what people do when they allow old mistakes to define their future. They keep punishing themselves for things a younger, less experienced version of themselves did years ago. And as a result, they never give themselves permission to move forward. If this message is helping you see your past differently, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because every lesson here is designed to help you become mentally stronger, emotionally wiser, and more free than you were yesterday. Now here's the second trap. Many people secretly hold on to their pain because it has become part of their identity. They've told the story so many times that they no longer know who they are without it. The betrayal becomes their identity. The failure becomes their identity. The heartbreak becomes their identity. And when pain becomes your identity, letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. But listen carefully. You are not your worst mistake. You are not your biggest failure. You are not what happened to you. You are the person deciding what happens next. And that decision has more power than any memory from your past ever will. Here's something most people never realize. Holding on to the past doesn't protect you from future pain. It creates more of it. Every time you replay an old mistake, you're forcing yourself to experience it again. Every time you relive an old embarrassment, you're giving that moment another chance to hurt you. And every time you tell yourself, I should have done this differently, you're fighting a battle you can never win, because no matter how hard you try, the past will never change, but your future can, and that's where your focus belongs. Imagine driving a car while staring only at the rearview mirror. How far would you get before crashing? Not very far. Yet that's exactly how many people live. They're so focused on where they've been that they can't see where they're going. They miss opportunities. They miss relationships. They miss growth. Not because those things aren't available to them, but because they're too busy looking backward. The past should be a teacher, not a prison. Learn from it, respect it, but don't live in it. And here's a hard truth. Sometimes the reason you can't move on isn't because the wound is too deep. It's because you've become comfortable with the wound. Pain can become familiar. Regret can become familiar. Even suffering can become familiar. And human beings often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar growth. Why? Because growth requires change. And change is uncomfortable. It means stepping into a new chapter without knowing exactly what comes next. It means trusting yourself again. It means believing that your future can be bigger than your past. And that scares a lot of people. But let me ask you this. How much longer are you willing to let yesterday steal from today? 1 more month, 1 more year, 5 more years. Because every day you spend trapped in the past is a day you'll never get back. Life is happening right now. Opportunities are appearing right now. New relationships are possible right now. Growth is possible right now, but only if you're present enough to see it. The Stoics had a powerful reminder. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the past. You can't change what someone did. You can't undo a mistake. You can't rewrite history, but you can control what you do today. You can control your attitude, your habits, your decisions, your response, and that's where your power lies. Not in yesterday, not in last year, not in some memory you keep replaying. Your power lies in this moment, right here, right now. So from this day forward, make a decision. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? Start asking, what can this teach me? Stop asking, why can't I move on? Start asking, what's one step I can take today? Because healing doesn't happen all at once. It happens one decision at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. And before you know it, the thing that once felt impossible to overcome becomes just another chapter in your story. Not the whole story, just a chapter. And that's the moment everything changes. The moment you realize your past may explain you, but it does not define you. And once you understand that truth, something incredible happens. You stop trying to change the past and start changing yourself. Because the goal was never to go back. The goal was always to grow forward. Think about every challenge you've survived, every disappointment, every heartbreak, every failure. At the time, you thought it would break you. You thought you'd never recover. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. That alone proves something important. You're stronger than you think. You've survived things that once felt impossible. So why keep treating yourself like the person who was hurt? Why keep living as the person who failed? That person is gone. You've learned too much. You've experienced too much. You've grown too much. The real reason you must let go of the past is because your future needs your attention. Right now, somewhere ahead of you, there's a better version of yourself waiting to be created. A calmer version, a wiser version, a stronger version, a happier version. But you'll never meet that person if you keep turning around to stare at what's behind you. The future is built by what you do today, not by what happened yesterday. And every moment you spend trapped in regret is a moment you're not investing in your growth. So here's the solution. Accept what happened. Learn from it. Take the lesson. Leave the pain. Keep the wisdom. Release the suffering. Remember the experience, but stop carrying the emotional weight of it everywhere you go. Let the memory teach you, not control you. Let it guide you, not imprison you. Because healing doesn't mean pretending it never happened. Healing means it happened. It hurt. You learned. And now you're moving forward anyway. That's real strength. And if you're still struggling to let go, remember this. You don't have to heal your entire life today. You don't have to solve every problem today. You don't have to erase every painful memory today. You only need to take the next step. That's it. One step, one decision, one moment of courage, one choice to focus on today instead of yesterday. Small steps may seem insignificant, but they change lives. Every great transformation begins with one small decision repeated consistently. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine waking up without constantly replaying old mistakes. Imagine feeling peace instead of regret. Imagine focusing on opportunities instead of losses. Imagine looking ahead with excitement instead of looking back with pain. That future is possible. But it starts with a choice to stop feeding the past, a choice to stop carrying what no longer serves you, a choice to finally move forward, because at the end of the day, life doesn't ask where you've been, life asks where you're going. And no matter what happened yesterday, no matter who hurt you, no matter what mistakes you've made, you still have the power to choose your direction. You still have the power to write a new chapter. You still have the power to become someone greater than your past. Never forget this. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Visit it if you need the lesson, but don't build your life there. Your life is happening now. Your opportunities are here now. Your future is being created now. And the moment you stop letting the past control you is the moment you finally become free. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to remember something. The past only wins if you keep giving it power. Today, you have a choice. You can keep carrying old regrets, old mistakes, and old pain, or you can start building a future that's bigger than all of them. If this video helped you see your past differently, take a moment and hit the like button. It helps these lessons reach more people who are struggling with regret, heartbreak, failure, and the weight of yesterday. And if you're serious about building a stronger mind, a calmer life, and a better future, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now I want you to do something powerful. Go down to the comments and type, "I choose to move forward, not for me, for yourself." Let it be a declaration that you're done letting the past control your present, done letting old mistakes define your future, done carrying what no longer serves you. And before you leave, don't stop here. The video on your screen right now is the perfect next step in your journey. If you're ready to build more confidence, more discipline, and more inner peace, click that video and keep listening. The people who transform their lives aren't the people who watch one video and stop. They're the people who keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. So click the next video, continue your journey, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay wise, keep growing, and remember your past may be part of your story, but it does not get to decide your future.